Hello, I'm Suzi Greenberg, and in this video we're going to be talking about the preliminary competition of Miss Supernational of 2022. So if you don't already know who I am a current and former title holder. Okay, so for the preliminary competition, overall I thought the girls did pretty good. To start things off, some of the girls that I thought do really well, one way or another, were Argentina, Bolivia, Costa Rica, Cuba, Curacao, Czech Republic, Dominican Republic, Germany, India, Indonesia, Kenya, Mauritius, Peru, Romania, South Africa, Spain, Thailand, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, and Hong Kong. And I believe I already mentioned this, but Argentina. I just want to make sure I got her too. Don't leave anybody out. Overall, for some of these girls, I did really like their swim or their gown. Maybe not both, but all of these girls did score really well on my list. And I make sure that I marked them with little stars. So let's go through the girls and see what I kind of liked and or maybe didn't like about them. Bolivia did very, very well. And I gave her very high scores. I starred her. She is someone who I feel is going to do very, very well. Czech Republic. So Czech Republic's one of those girls who I thought she gave definitely a softer performance. She's not your like, bam, I'm here. Like somehow these South American girls kind of are. She definitely came off with a bit of a softer approach, but I still thought it was a very solid performance. For her, I did like her swim a little bit better than her gown, but I still gave her a decent score for both. But I still really liked her. There's something about her that I found very charming. I was very drawn to her. Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is someone that I starred, but is not someone I think is who's going to win the competition if I'm basing it off of the preliminary competition. Hong Kong. Okay, Hong Kong. I really liked her. I was very surprised. She definitely had this very like smiley, happy kind of persona. She's not your kind of standard like hit it out of the ballpark, automatic winner. But she's someone I think Hong Kong could be a dark horse. Also, all these scores that I'm doing are based purely on what they're competing in right now. So we'll get into it, but I know that Hong Kong also did very well in her Super Chat, but we'll get into that later on. India. The first impression I got when I saw India in her swim was, are we going to have a new India reign? Like, because the current Miss Universe is from India. And there was an era in the late 90s, early 2000s that it was like the reign of India. Like they were taking home every single crown across the board. And I'm like, oh, are we about to have another reign of India? Is India about to take back their crown? Because when I saw her, I was like, wow. Like I know I've watched the India pageant, their national pageants, and they're really bringing it. Their girls are working really, really hard, and she did amazing. She did so good. Like, watch out. India's coming for the crown. You better watch out. She did so good. I did like her swim more than I liked her gown. Gave her lots of stars for her gown. Lots of stars for her swim. Not as much. Her gown was still very good, but I think she definitely excels more in the PE swim. Indonesia. So good. Such a good job. I really liked her swim. Her gown was really good, but I really liked her swim. And what I loved most about her swim is that she had a cape and she used it right. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot. Like, I'm about to go on a rant here. I can't tell you how many times a girl will have a cape during swim or even evening gown and she won't know how to use it properly. She's waving her arms around like it's carnival or something. And no, that's not how you hold a cape. Okay? It's very annoying to watch and it's very distracting. And you can have a little flutter, but you don't have to move your arms that much. Indonesia did it flawlessly. So if anybody ever wants an example of how to properly use a cape, watch Indonesia's swimsuit performance, because so good. That in itself made my night. Another girl I wanted to mention was Jamaica. Like, that girl has so much style and sass, and I just love how edgy she was. Like, she came out there and was like, I'm exactly who I am, and I don't need extensions or any other conventions of beauty. I am absolutely gorgeous the way I am. And she just had so much confidence and she just seemed so cool, and I'm just I loved her. But she's so good. Kenya. Oh my gosh. Kenya is so stinking adorable. She is so cute. Kenya's a girl who does not have the best technique. I saw some definite errors, some walking issues, a couple posing maybe issues, just cleanup. She just needs a really good cleanup, a good edit. But that personality and that smile and that charm, you just can't beat that. You can't teach that. And it was just so good. She's just so adorable. And the best part of it is during her gown, she tripped. Like full out trip. Like you could see it was like a full out trip movement. Her foot got caught on her dress. And she didn't let it faze her at all. So this girl just picked herself up and kept on going. So she didn't fall, she just kind of tripped. But still, she did not let it faze her. She just kept on going, had a great smile on her face the whole time. Didn't have that like, oh no, like, oh God, like what happened? No deer in the headlights. And that ability of charm and, let the show go on, and shows that she has the stage presence needed to carry a title. And for that purpose, I gave her like an amazing score on her gown. Philippines. So, Philippines had a very good performance. All around, solid textbook performance. However, I really wanted to like it. I really wanted to like her performance. But there was just something about it. I didn't connect to it. And I want to like it. Come on, it's the Philippines. But in the end, I gave her great scores because she deserved it. She deserved great scores. I mean, there is no real thing I could really like pull out off the top of my head. If I go back and watch the video, I could probably pick something out. But my impression overall of her is I didn't connect. South Africa. Oh my gosh, South Africa. The woman is a goddess. Fangirl moment right here. She did so good. Her gown, her swim, Stars across the board, double stars. She was fabulous. And on top of that, her gown, oh, it was so good, and it looked so good on her. Oh my gosh, I cannot say like how like this gown on other girls I would not have liked, but on her it just worked. And this is just a perfect example of go with what looks good on you and what works for you. Don't try to change yourself and mold yourself into something that you're not. Because when you do what you are and authentic to what works for you, you get South Africa. Like, hands down, favorite performance of the night. I loved her. So good. Venezuela. So, Venezuela, very standard. I mean, it's Venezuela. I mean, she's gonna do a great job. But it was a very standard Venezuelan performance, very textbook. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is one of those countries that I'm assuming is not going to be on most people's lists. However, she's on mine because I thought she did really well. I thought she did well on swim. I thought she did well on gown. And, you know, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge there are a lot of girls who are from Africa. And in this, when I'm saying Africa, I mean, I'm not including South Africa, because we all know that South Africa is a power country for pageants. But there's a lot of girls who are kind of from the Africa region, and, you know, they're not from these powerhouse countries like Philippines or, you know, Venezuela or something like that. I have all these amazing coaches and resources. And despite all of that, they still rise to the occasion and give this amazing performance. There's always one girl, at least in almost every international pageant I watch, there's always one. And I love her, and I give her such great scores. And no one else notices. Like, not a single commentary on the entire internet. And I'm like, is everyone blind? Does no one not see how great this girl is? So this is my moment to say, you know, in this pageant, for me, it's Zimbabwe. I thought she did super well. And I would like to acknowledge her and give her the credit that I think she's due. So, good job, Zimbabwe. I think you earned it. Another observation I made in this pageant is that there were a lot of girls who I gave really good scores, but maybe I didn't mention it on here, or it's probably because I gave them a little bit of a lower score. Not because they didn't do well, but because they didn't have any personality. At this level of competition, you need the whole package. And there were a lot of girls who they had great technique and it was a wonderful performance, but that was it. Like, I want to see you. I want to see who you are. I want to see, like, are you shy and quiet? Are you like the, you know, girl next door? Are you like more, you know, aloof and kind of, are you sassy? Are you, you know, or are you peppy? Are you fun? Are you bubbly? Like, I want to know. I want some personality. Now, you can go overboard with this sometimes, but it's not enough at this level of competition to just have a good walk. You need personality. And there were so many girls that had wonderful performances, but I didn't see any personality. And I understand sometimes, you know, you get into your feels and you get nervous and stuff, but I'm sorry, for me, that's not really good enough excuse. This is an international competition. I mean, if this was, you know, a local pageant or a state pageant or something, okay, all right, I understand. But in an international competition, I can't make that excuse for you anymore. So, many, many girls. Wonderful jobs, great technique, no personality. So now my final revealing of the top 20. So when I put this list together, I am purely basing this off of their gown score and their swimwear. I'm not taking any other background type scores into account of this. This is just purely based on those. However, I do know that they had the super chat, and I know that they had some other types of competitions as well, but I'm not including those. These are just a pure raw gown and swim. So in no particular order, we have Bolivia, Costa Rica, India, Indonesia, Jamaica, Mauritius, Mexico, Peru, Philippines, Puerto Rico, South Africa, Thailand, United States, Venezuela, Vietnam, Zimbabwe, Cuba, Curacao, Czech Republic, and Poland. Now, a few honorable mentions were Hong Kong, Kenya, Romania, Spain, Germany, Dominican Republic, and Argentina. And I did want to mention, so these are women who I thought did really well on their swim and gown. But I know that there are other factors they're going, like interview and super chat and stuff, and I don't know how they're going to do on those. I did not want to be perfectly honest, I didn't watch a super chat. I didn't have time to watch it. I may go back and watch some of them now, but at this moment, I haven't watched any of them. So I'm not really sure how some of their speaking skills are, but I do know that at this moment, the super chat winners were Bolivia, China, Haiti, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Malaysia, Namibia, Netherlands, Vietnam, and Zambia. So those women won the super chat. So, and we're in the finals for the super chat. So I did not I know that they did really well. So some of these women on the super chat also were on my top 20. So that would have been Bolivia, and Indonesia. So I definitely think that those two women, Bolivia and Indonesia, are going to do really well. Like I'm pretty much can guarantee that they're going to probably be in the top 20. I'm not sure if it's top 20 or top 15, but I just made a top 20 for fun. But I definitely feel like whatever the semifinalists are going to be, I feel like they're definitely going to be a semifinalist just because they had really good performances, and because they won the super chat, they obviously can speak well. So these are my predictions. These are my thoughts and feelings on the pageant and how the girls did. But I want to know, what do you think? Like, who was your favorite? What were some performances you really loved, or some that maybe you were a little disappointed on? What were, whatever it was. I want to hear it. Let's start talking. Let's make this a community. I love the pageant community. We all come together, and this is a really great space. Although I just ask, let's be kind, right? Everybody has feelings. Let's not try to be too harsh on people. I understand it's okay to have, constructive criticism, but let's not just rip people down just for the sake of ripping them down. Come on. We all know let's all play nice. But yes, please let me know how you feel about all this. These are my opinions on this, and we'll see how it comes. Finals, I believe, are Friday. I'm not sure the exact time with time zones because it's in Poland. So depending on where you live in your time zone, you'd have to check out on their website or on their app to see when it airs in your time zone. But I'm super excited for finals, and I'm also super excited for Mr. National. I also love the men's pageant as well. I haven't watched that one yet. The prelims have already aired, but I haven't had a chance to watch them, so that's next on my list. So I'm excited to watch that one too. Until finals, thanks. Have a great day.